Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect mines from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
I'm wondering.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down. How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, we gotta go score. Let's go.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Browns.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 2, ready?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. It's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it there. But now they look at 3rd down. as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On one, right?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. It's Mixon on the counter. And some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin this drive with Chubb. Shoves him aside. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
The Browns at 1 and 5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The York on now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Chubb will get the call running left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll give the Browns a first down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns have moved out in front. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. is free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 72 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Off of play action, it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game?
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A give running right is Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now Chubb running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try again with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. York now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
11 coming.
First down. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Back to Mixon on second down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 158 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A give. This is Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Bengals will get the football back. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On one, ready? 11, 18, 11, 12, 12, 12.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to break our fourth quarter tie.
McPherson's kick is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Faking the give. Now Watson steps away.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
This complete to David Bell. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
1-1, ready?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
11-90.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
McPherson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Watson to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 MT paint.
Mixing up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now Watson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it in.
11 MT, 11 Thomas, 11 Mighty, 11, 12, 11 MT, take, 11 MT, 11. Gotta go.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Browns, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.